There once lived a man in the land of Uz. His name was Job. He was known across the land as a man of integrity, blameless, upright. He feared God and turned away from evil. He was rich beyond measure. 7 sons, 3 daughters, thousands of livestock and many servants. But none of that defined him. What made Job stand apart was his faith. One day in the heavens, the angels came before the Lord, and among them came Satan. And God said, "Have you seen my servant Job? There is no one like him on the earth." But the accuser smirked and said, "Does Job serve you for nothing? Take away what he has, and he will curse you to your face." And God replied, "Very well. Everything he has is in your hands, but do not lay a hand on his body." That same day, the messengers came, one after another, each with devastating news. The oxen and donkeys have been stolen, the servants killed. Fire from heaven has burned the sheep, the Chaldeans raided the camels, and then the last blow. Your sons and daughters were feasting in their brother's house when a great wind struck, the house collapsed, and they are gone. Job fell to the ground. He tore his robe, shaved his head, and said, "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked shall I return. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." Again the Lord spoke to Satan, and again the challenge rose. "Skin for skin," the accuser hissed. "Strike his flesh, and he will. Curse you," God said, "he is in your hands, but you must spare his life." Then Job was struck with painful sores. From the soles of his feet to the crown of his head, he sat among ashes, scraping his skin with broken pottery. His wife came to him and said, "Do you still hold on to your integrity? Curse God and die." But Job answered, "Shall we accept only good from God and not trouble?" And still he did not sin with his lips. Then came his friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, Zophar. They sat with him for 7 days in silence, because his suffering was too great for words. But when they spoke, they judged. They told him God was punishing him, that no one suffers without guilt. Job cried out. He asked why he was born, why pain visited the innocent. He begged for answers, but heard nothing. "Though he slay me, yet will I trust him," Job said. And then God answered, out of a whirlwind. The voice of the Almighty thundered, "Who is this who darkens counsel without knowledge? Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Can you command the morning? Do you give the horse its strength? Does the hawk take flight by your wisdom?" Job trembled. And in the stillness that followed, he said, "I spoke of things I did not understand, things too wonderful for me to know. My ears had heard of you, but now my eyes have seen you. I repent in dust and ashes." God rebuked the friends who judged and told them to ask Job to pray for them. And Job prayed. Then the Lord restored his fortunes. He gave him double what he had before: new sons, new daughters, a long life, and peace. Job's story is not one of comfort, but one of endurance. He never got all the answers, but he got something greater, a deeper vision of God. And through all his pain, one truth remained: faith is not proven by what we receive, but by what we survive. If this story moved you, subscribe and join us for more.